This 5-ply CLT would be supplied on most commercial job sites in, say, 8 foot by 20 foot, 5 by 40 foot, very large pieces, which are installed using cranes and construction equipment. And one of the advantages of mass timber construction is because these panels come to the job site pre-cut, the velocity or speed of construction is very high, and these buildings erect very quickly. The time to construction is on everyone's mind. In a CLT building or any mass timber building, most of the time is spent in manufacturing.
All of these panels and beams have been prefabricated, pre-drilled for all of the plumbing, intranet, electrical. That's all in place. You simply have a small crew flying these panels into place, and you really only need a parking spot for 4 or 5 people to run the crane and the tag lines to guide these panels into place. Your crane is much smaller and lighter and cheaper than if you're lifting structural steel up into the air to build a conventional building. Then you have to factor in the savings of being on the construction site for a very short period of time.
They're built like Lincoln Logs. I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina about 2 years ago where they were building barracks out of this material, and I was amazed at how quickly that these buildings came together, because they may be putting on level 3, well then people can go on level 2 and be putting in drywall, electrical, plumbing.
Impact on the neighborhood of the concrete trucks and the bigger cranes and dozens more construction workers, those are hard to put a value on, but project developers and construction managers understand those are tangible benefits.
One of the typical approaches to designing a commercial or residential CLT building is to leave most of the wood exposed, because people enjoy the look and feel of wood, even the smell, and you can save money by eliminating those finishes in the building.
Young people, creative people, like this material. They want to live in buildings that are made of wood as opposed to buildings that are made of concrete.
I've had questions about where will this additional timber come from to satisfy the mass timber market. That's not a problem. We've been growing 40% or more timber every year in the Southeast than we harvest.
Because Georgia is such a large timber producing state, we have the infrastructure to support this kind of an industry. We have the financial resources to create these kinds of products and to enhance the economy of our state in the process. We have the academic institutions which are supported by the state, which can advance this kind of construction.
Here at Georgia Tech, for example, we're changing the curriculum in architecture and civil engineering so that students are introduced to mass timber and know how to design with mass timber.
When this does catch on and the economy scale does come up, it will definitely be a benefit for the landowner to open up new markets for their timber.
We have a market that's growing. The bottleneck today is mass timber manufacturing facilities are few and far between. That's coming. The market will answer that call.
We're one of the first states to have adopted new provisions of the standard building code which allow timber buildings now to be up to 18 stories tall. So we have the infrastructure in place. As a matter of fact, our firm is working on an 18-story mass timber building right now. So I see it as a way to lead us into a more sustainable future and a more economically prosperous future.